What's going on, Jam fam? Welcome back to the Gaming Station. So, they just announced Brawl Talk. It just dropped a little while ago, and I just wanted to go over my thoughts and opinions on everything they talked about in the Brawl Talk. So, they kind of just dropped this Brawl Talk without announcing it at all. They didn't hype it up. It was just yesterday. They just dropped it on Twitter, and everyone was like, oh my god, there's a Brawl Talk. And they just dropped it about an hour ago now. And basically, they went over all the stuff that's coming next season after this current Brawl Pass season ends. And we're getting a holiday-themed one. I think it's called, like, Holiday Getaway or something like that. It's coming with a new snowy-looking environment. It's pretty cool. I like it. It's going to be really, like, aesthetically pleasing for, like, thumbnails and stuff. And that's my main focus on, like, when they announce new environments and stuff. So I'm pretty excited about that. But, of course, with a new Brawl Pass, there's always going to be a new Chromatic Brawler. And this time we're getting a snow cone maker named Lou. So, real quick, we'll go over some of the stats for Lou. From what I've seen, he has, like, 3,900 HP, which is, like, it's on the lower side. It's not the lowest in the game, like Crow or Tick, but it's not, like, very high. Obviously, he's not a tank or nothing. I would say it's below average, honestly. He's also got, like, a really long range. It kind of looks close to, like, Piper's, I think. I could be wrong. It might be a little bit shorter than Piper's, but it looks pretty long. So I would classify him as a sniper, personally, because he has, like, lower HP and a super long range, so that seems to be more of a sniper class thing. But the one thing that stops me from saying he's, like, a true sniper is the fact that his damage is kind of low. He only does 500 damage per projectile, and he only shoots 3 projectiles. So that means he's only going to do about 1,500 damage per shot if you land all 3 projectiles. And that's not low. He can 3-shot a lot of brawlers with that because it'll put him around the 4,500 range, which is pretty much average for most of your mid-range brawlers. But, you know, when you think of a sniper, you think like Brock or Piper, and they do like in the 2,000s. Brock does like 1,800, but Piper does like 2,000 at max range. So he's not going to hit quite that hard like a Brock or a Piper, but he will hit, you know, pretty decently, and he'll be able to 3-shot a lot of brawlers as long as he's got good aim. So, you know, average damage. Alright, his main gimmick, this should probably make him a legendary brawler, not a chromatic, but his main gimmick is that when he lands shots, he stacks what looks to be like a cold effect on opponents, and once that the little bar that pops up next to your health is full, then you'll be fully frozen. And if you look at the Brawl Talk, it looked like he hit the tick 9 times. I'm going to put a clip up now, but it looked like he hit the tick with 9 projectiles, and it looked like that caused the bar to fully freeze. It didn't show Tick actually being frozen there because it actually took out the Tick because Tick has no health. But it did look like the bar was fully frozen right as he was taking Tick out. So I feel like 9 projectiles is going to be what it takes to actually freeze somebody. So I think it's a really cool gimmick. If you're a skilled Lou, you'll be able to hit your shots while somebody's in the open and then get them frozen in the open. And that's normally a death sentence, and it'll be able to, because then your team can just focus that person down, get them down, and then you'll have the man advantage, which is normally what you're looking for in most 3v3 matches. And then Lou's super is going to offer a pretty decent sized area of control, because what he does is he throws down a spot of ice onto the map. And then that ice makes it hard to move. It looked like the Brock almost got stuck there. It was kind of like he was sliding around or something like that. And it's going to be really annoying to play around, but it looks like it's great for crowd control. I didn't see Brock taking any damage, so that might be one of the star powers for Lou, is that his super will also deal damage when somebody's stuck in it. So we'll have to see about that, but that's just me speculating right now. So overall, I think Lou is going to be a decent brawler. I don't think he's going to be OP or anything when he comes out, like Surge or Amber. But I think he'll be decent. I think he'll definitely be playable. Maybe on the weaker side, like Gale was. But overall, I think he'll be okay. Alright, and this is going to be the part where I start complaining about some of the decisions they made for this Brawl Pass season. So, they made 2 big changes to the Chromatic Brawler system that I personally don't agree with. I think it hurts free-to-play players more than anybody else. The first change is that Chromatic Brawlers will only be available in boxes after you hit rank 30 on the Brawl Pass. And then the other thing is that Chromatic Brawlers are now going to affect your drop rates, where previously they didn't affect your drop rates at all. So, looping back to my complaints about this, so only being able to pull the Brawlers out of boxes after rank 30 is kind of stupid in my opinion. It really only hurts the free-to-play players who aren't guaranteed to get them, because if you buy the Brawl Pass, you're going to get Lou as soon as you hit rank 30, obviously. But people who don't buy the Brawl Pass, now they have no chance of unlocking him until 30 days into the season. So if you don't save up your boxes, say you're not maxed out or anything, and you still need those power points and stuff, you have no chance of getting the new Brawler, which kind of sucks, because if somebody really likes the Brawler, now they have no chance of getting them until halfway through the season. And the pessimist in me wants to say that they made this change because now you have to, if you want the brawler early, you have to gem your way up there. So of course that's going to help them make more revenue. And I understand, like I've said before, I understand the paywall on this game's low and they need to find more ways to generate money. But this ain't it, Chief. You shouldn't be doing it like this. I don't agree with it. Just my opinion, you know what I mean? And now making Chromatic's affect drop rates is not really a good idea either, in my opinion. Why not at this point just give Chromatics their own drop rate and make it only affect that? Because right now I feel like Chromatics are just an excuse to make certain brawlers that don't necessarily have legendary effects, but some do. So like an example would be like Gale. Gale is clearly more of an epic brawler than a legendary brawler, but then you look at Lou, who has these shot mechanics built into him, and he feels more like a legendary than like Gale. And Surge has that ramp up effect, so I would say he's maybe like a mythic. So now you have these brawlers that are all having different levels of mechanics, and they're all gonna affect all different drop rates. It's just weird to me. One thing that they weren't specific on is what type of drop rate it's going to affect. Like, is Gale now going to affect epic drop rates, where Surge is going to affect mythic, and then Lou would affect your legendary drop rates? So I would like a little more information on that. If they could clear that up, that would be cool. But yeah, as far as this goes, I think that they should just make Chromatic its own drop rate and stop playing around with all this stuff. It just makes it more confusing for new players and stuff like that. That's just my opinion, though, you know what I mean? Real quick, I just want to throw this in here. We're like 7 minutes into the video. Make sure you collect your Season 1 rewards, if you don't want them collected for you, because they're going to wipe those out at the start of next season. Alright, the next big thing for this update is really just going to be the map maker. So now they're adding a few things to the map maker. So Bounty and Heist are going to be available modes to make maps for, which I'm pretty excited about. I really like Heist, and I was really looking forward to when they actually add Heist maps. So maybe I'll actually get around to actually making some maps. Don't quote me on that, though, because, you know, I always forget. You're also going to be able to add teleporters and jump pads into maps, so that's pretty cool. That's a really good change. I thought those should have been in there at the start, especially with them just announcing teleporters at the beginning of last season. Well, actually, it was like a month ago, but yeah, you know what I mean. And then the big changes to the map maker are that now they're going to be adding a way to play maps in... It looked like it was ladder, but I guess I could be wrong about that. Maybe it's just the casual mode. But anyway, you can test out people's maps. You can submit them, and then people can test them live and vote on them. And then if a map that gets a lot of votes wins for the day, they're going to add it into a new map rotation slot that'll be available for 24 hours for everybody to play and try to test out. I think that's a cool change, and it's really exciting for people to actually be able to see their map added into rotation, possibly. I don't know how often I'm going to play it. If it's a casual mode, I might play it more often than I would if it was ladder, because, you know, if a map's, like, not good and I get stuck on it and I lose trophies because of it, that's going to irritate me. But if it's a casual mode, I have no problem trying out maps for free. The one thing that they didn't say, and I really hope they change this, is that they should make it so you don't have to be the lobby leader in a friendly game to play maps. That's something that's super annoying to me on stream, is that if I want to play somebody else's map, we need to exit the lobby, and then I need to get invited back into the new person's lobby just to be able to try to play the map with them. So hopefully that's a change that comes, because, like I said, that's just one thing that really frustrates me about the whole map maker. It's a small thing, but and it's an easy change, so hopefully they implement it. Alright, now the last thing we have to go over is skins, so we'll go through these real quick. So, the first one is going to be Bellhop Mike. I really like this skin. It's got some nice animation changes. He throws suitcases now, so that's pretty cool. And I think they said it was included in the Brawl Pass, so that's a really good change. Having a nice skin that has nice animations included in the Brawl Pass is a bonus for people who buy it. And then, of course, Lou is getting his own skin right away. We're getting King Lou. This one also has some animation changes, and it looks okay. I don't really mind it. I do have a problem with other brawlers having king skins, so it's kind of unoriginal in my opinion. So obviously King Lou now, and then El Primo's got his El Rey skin, so that's one. And then it also makes me think of Loaded Rico, which also kind of has like a kingly vibe because he's got his crown and he's like all gold and stuff. And there might be another one that I can't think of off the top of my head, but those are the two that come right to mind when I look at King Lou. And like I said, I just find it a little unoriginal. Not that I don't like the skin, just, you know, like I said, unoriginal. Like, there's other King skins. You couldn't think of something else for an Egg Lou machine? Come on. And then we're getting some more Line Friends skins, and these ones are honestly, like, kind of hit and miss for me. So the first one is Sally Nanny, and this one cracks me up. It's weird and it's cute at the same time, and I just find it, like, strange and fun to look at. To me, it looks like they took a duck and then just shoved it inside of a shell of Nanny, and it just cracks me up looking at it. It just looks like the duck is trapped inside Nanny. Then there's Choco Piper, and this one I actually really like. I like how it's very close to Piper's original skin, but with some changes, like her dress is shorter, and it's got like the bear on the gun and in her hairpin. I really like this skin, and honestly, if I played Piper more, I would probably buy it. But as of right now, I don't really play Piper that much, so I'm not going to justify buying it myself. And then this one is the most funniest skin that I've seen in a long time, Coney Max. This cracks me up. It looks so awkward, and it's going to be so funny to see in an actual match. Like, there's just going to be a short little fat rabbit just running around at a super high speed, and it just cracks me up. I'm not going to buy it because I think Streetwear Max is way better of a skin, but this is funny, and if you like it, 100% buy it. It's a really funny looking skin. Like, I don't hate it, I just don't want it. And that's literally everything we're getting in this upcoming update. Honestly, I don't feel like it's a lot, and I feel like the Amber update should have been lumped in with this one. Like, other than getting a new season pass, we're really only getting the 2 slots for the map maker, which, in my opinion, is a nice change if it's a casual mode, but if it's a ladder mode, I'm not touching it at all. And then we're getting 5 skins. That's really all it is. We're getting a new brawler, a new season pass, 5 skins, and then they added the 2 map maker game mode slots, which probably should have been added in the first edition of it, in my opinion. It's not like it's that big of a change, honestly. In my opinion, doing these 2 little bite-sized updates just makes it feel like filler content, and it's a lot harder to get excited for. Like, if they would have released Amber and Lou at the same time on the same Brawl Pass, we would have had a Fire and Ice Brawler, and it would have made people hyped up, because then you could pull Amber while trying to work for getting Lou, and then once you got to Lou, you'd unlock him, and then you'd still be trying to get Amber, you know, possibly. So, I don't know. I feel like if they would have lumped these 2 together, we all would have been, like, way more hype about it. You know what I mean? But anyway, let me know what you think about this Brawl Talk down in the comments. Let me know what your favorite part is. Let me know if you're a little disappointed like I am, or if you're just, you know, happy with everything that we're getting. I always want to talk about stuff down in the comments, so never be afraid to drop something. Even if you don't agree with any of my opinions, just drop it down in the comments. We could talk about it. But anyway, I want to thank everyone for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.